Hello everyone, I am Prabhake, working as Assistant Professor in the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Sai Vidya Institute of Technology, Bangalore. Welcome to WC and LTE 4G broadband subject. Today we'll learn about Module 1 Part A and title is Key Enablers for LTE Features. Prerequisite topics that you need to learn before going into the actual topics of Module 1 Part A. And those topics are evolution of mobile broadband, first generation cellular system, 2G digital cellular systems, 3G broadband wireless systems, beyond 3G, that is HSPA plus WiMAX and LTE systems. Evolution of mobile broadband. Before 1892, theoretical basics for radio communication has been implemented by the scientists called Nikola Tesla, Jagadish Bose and Alexander Popov. In 1897, Marconi demonstrated radio communication and awarded a patent for it. 1934, AM radio system has been implemented in US. In 1935, Edwin Armstrong demonstrated FM radio. 1948, Claude Shannon published theory on channel capacity, which is given by C is equal to B log 1 plus SNR to the base 2. Between 1960 to 1970, Bell Labs developed a cellular concept. 1983, Advanced Mobile Phone Service has been launched in Chicago. In 1991, first commercial GSM is implemented in Europe. In 1995, first commercial launch of CDMA of version IS-95. During 2001, NTT Docomo launched first commercial 3G service system. During 2005, IEEE 802.16e standard that is implemented for air interface for a mobile WiMAX, it has been completed and as well as got approved. During 2007, first Apple iPhone launched. In 2009, 3GPP releases 8 LTE/SAE specifications completed. Now we'll discuss first generation cellular system. This cellular system is analog based voice oriented telecommunication system. Advanced mobile phone system were popular in 1G cellular system. First generation cellular system adopted analog FM modulation techniques along with the FDT in order to achieve the duplex mode of communication. The type of multiple access used is FDMA and the channel bandwidth is around 30 kHz. Frequency band of first generation cellular system is about 824 to 894 MHz. Forward link and the reverse link were separated by 45 MHz. Operating frequency of first generation system were 150 MHz and 900 MHz. And the example for first generation cellular systems are NTT, Nordic Mobile Telephone, and Advanced Mobile Phone Services. Drawbacks of first generation cellular systems are there was poor voice quality, poor battery life, Size of the phone is large. There was no security for the data. Limited capacity of the system. No roaming facility. And the handoff reliability was very poor. And there was no any data services. It was implemented only for the transmission of voice. 2G digital cellular system. 2G is digital based cellular system and has been launched in Finland during 1991. 2G network use digital signaling. Its speed, that is the data speed, was up to 64 kilobits per second. It enables SMS, picture message and multimedia messages. This system has provided a better quality and also had a good capacity. There were two major multiplexing schemes have been introduced in this system, and they are TDMA and CDMA techniques. Use of digital modulation techniques in order to send the digital control messages has been incorporated in these cellular systems. Use digital encryption for security and privacy operations. Digital encoding and decoding schemes were incorporated. Use of error detection and correction codes for reliability. Examples of 2G digital cellular systems include GSM, CDMA and TDMA systems. 2G cellular systems, another version is 2.5G, which is a different technologies to increase the data services over the 2G network. For example, CDPD system, HSC SD system, GPRS system, packet data over CDMA and other technologies, emails, web browsing, camera phones, etc. And the speed of data transmission in this digital cellular system is about 64 to 144 kilobits per second. The major drawback of 2G cellular system were limited data rates, and these systems were circuit switched system and does not support it for true mobility, and it was having a less security. This table gives the major second generation cellular system along with the different parameters. Coming to the GSM, it has been established during 1990 with a frequency bands of 850 or 900 megahertz, and the channel bandwidth for GSM was around 200 kilohertz. The multiple access technique adopted were TDMA and FDMA. Duplexing mode was based on FDD. Voice modulation was done with the GMSK technique. Data evolution was based on GPRS and edge mode systems. Peak data rate for GPRS is 107 kilobits per second, and for edge system it is 384 kilobits per second. Typical user rate will be for the GPRS is 20 to 40 kilobits per second, and for edge system it is 80 to 120 kilobits per second, and the user plane latency was around 600 to 700 milliseconds. For IS-95, it is established in 1993. Frequency bands were 850 MHz to 1.9 GHz, and channel bandwidth was around 1.25 MHz. Multiple access technique used was CDMA, duplexing mode once again FDD. Voice modulation was double sideband, single suppressions, BPSK, QPSK. Then data evolution was based on IS-95B with a peak data rate around 115 kilobits per second and the user rate around 64 kilobits per second, and the latency will be less than 600 milliseconds. And IS-59 or IS-136 was established in 1991 with a frequency band of 850 megahertz and 1.9 gigahertz with a channel bandwidth of 30 kilohertz. Multiple access technique incorporated were TDMA and FDMA. Duplexing technique was FDD. Voice modulation incorporated is pi by 4 QPSK. Data evolution carried out with a CD-PD system. Peak data rate was around 12 kilobits per second. Typical user rate was around 9.6 kilobits per second and the user plane latency was greater than 600 milliseconds. Now we'll discuss about 3G broadband wireless systems. It has been introduced in the year 2000. Data transmission speed were increased from 144 kilobits per second to 2 Mbps, 2 megabits per second. Increased bandwidth and data transfer rates. Compatible with the smartphones and it was provided with a web-based applications. Frequency range of 3G system were 1.6 gigahertz to 2 gigahertz with a bandwidth of 100 megahertz. The main characteristic of this system is it was implemented with a digital broadband and increased speed. The technology involved in this system were CDMA 2000, UMTS, EDGE and HSPA. Main advantages of 3G broadband wireless systems are supports high-speed data transfer from packet networks, permits global roaming and advanced digital services, high-speed web or more security as well including the video conferencing, 3D gaming, large capacities and broadband capabilities. There are certain limitations of 3G which includes expensive fees for 3G license services. It was challenged to build the infrastructure for 3G. The major requirements were high bandwidth, expensive 3G phones and large cell phones. Major 3G standards are IMT 2000, that is International Mobile Telecommunication 2000, wideband CDMA, in short it is called as WCDMA, CDMA 2000, EVDO, Evolution Data Only System, and HSPA, High Speed Packet Access System. Now, what was implemented beyond 3G? From 2019, mobile operators around the world started planning their next step in the evolution of their networks. Major technologies were included beyond 3G are HSPA plus, that is high speed packet access, next version, higher version, WiMAX, worldwide interoperability for microwave access, LTE, long term evolution. Beyond 3G, it is the 4G generation technology. That is a fourth generation technology. It is IP based packet switched network architecture system. The speed of this 4G was around 100 Mbps while moving with and 1 GPS while stationary. 4G generation uses a high usability anytime, anywhere and with any technology. It supports for multimedia and integrated services at low transmission cost. There were smooth handoff signals across heterogeneous networks. Seamless connectivity can be established and also global roaming across multiple networks. This system was interoperability with existing wireless standards. Good quality of service and high security were maintained. It provides a dynamic bandwidth allocation along with the quality of service and advanced security options. 4G can be described using MAGIC, mobile multimedia anytime, anywhere, global mobility support, integrated wireless solution, and customized personal services. The major example of 4G system is LTE, long-term 5G generation technology, fifth generation. It was started from late 2010s. It is a complete wireless communication with almost no limitations. It is highly supportable to wireless World Wide Web. It aims at higher capacity than current 4G network, allowing a higher density of mobile broadband users. 4G system supports interactive multimedia, voice streaming, buckle up internet enhanced security. Thank you.